Let's get it started. Ha! Let's get it started in here. Hey, what's up, guys? SuperSamuraiM here, and I am back, finally, with Q&As with SuperSamuraiM number 4. Let's get it started, shall we? Starting off this Q&A with, is Alex really that awesome in real life? Hell no! All these questions that are going to be asked are from the interwebs, from my social medias, from wherever, and these first couple of questions are from the Instagram stories I posted a little while back. Most of these questions you probably won't remember you ever asking because it's such a long time ago, but let's plow through these questions really super fast so we can get to the good stuff. What is your opinion on Anteaters? They suck! I'm kidding. They're fine animals, I guess. I had a little toy Anteater from Go Diego Go. It's pretty awesome. It was my least favorite toy of all time, but that's what I remember from Anteaters. It's not a question, but I love you. Why are you so gosh dang cute? I'm not. Worst film you've seen? Okay. I've seen a lot of god-awful things in my day. The worst films I've seen... Well, okay. I'll name off a few. Avatar with the blue people. Not gonna get into that again. There's a sequel coming out, and this is my call to action to every subscriber that subscribed to my YouTube channel. Don't you dare spend a single penny on a ticket for this movie. Don't. This is just a cash grab thing that Fox wants to do, and it sucks. It really sucks. Other films that are god-awful include, Dragon Ball Evolution. I'm not even gonna put a poster up because I don't want that on my computer. The Last Airbender, those anime remakes, I swear to God. Alita Battle Angel, yeah, no. A lot of Illumination movies I actually despise. Like, they have one good movie and the rest are just garbage. How are you doing? About time, somebody asked. I'm good, thank you. What is your dream career? I've said this a lot in the past. Just being a screenwriter, director, anything in the film industry, I would absolutely love. As long as I have time for myself, I can balance my passion of film with my personal stuff. As long as I can find that balance, any career is a dream career for me in the creative industry. So, favorite dinosaur? I mean, why is this even a question? The Pachycephalosaurus! You can spend the day with a cast of anything. What cast are you hanging out with? Oh, man. I mean, the Brooklyn Nine-Nine cast just seems like the most fun cast to just be around. They have the funniest people there. Andy Samberg would just keep it going, In terms of a movie, I don't know, would it be cliche to say the cast of Infinity War? I mean, there's so many of them. There would be a lot to keep track of, so I don't know if my social battery would last that long. But, I think it'd be cool just to kind of spend the day with people that really influenced my career path and journey for film, and I think that'd be kind of cool. Who would be your Star Wars and Marvel best friend? Man. Star Wars? Ooh. Would I really get along with anyone in Star Wars? Would I really? Oh man, I gotta think about this. I can see myself vibing with Finn a little bit. I feel like us would vibe, or Poe. In terms of like the original trilogy, I would say Han Solo, but I don't think he could deal with any of my BS to really be best friends with me. And prequel trilogy, I would say, nobody in the prequel trilogy would vibe with me. I would be so cynical of every single person. I can vibe with Qui-Gon. Why not? Liam Neeson? Come on. All right, we're getting to really serious stuff. Who would win in a fight, Baby Yoda or Baby Groot? Baby Yoda, obviously. Grogu would kick Groot's ass. All right, all the Instagram story questions are done. Now let's get to the one YouTube comment. What influenced you to do filmmaking / make videos? What motivated you to do what you are doing? Oh man. Well, my influence for filmmaking just came from watching short films and things like that on YouTube. I got itch on my nose. There's just so many things on YouTube that so many channels that, like, if you look at all the channels I'm subscribed to, which you can, I keep those public for a reason so that people can be like, oh, let's see what this person, how they shaped how my YouTube channel is growing. Deep Sheep Studios, CA Cox 97. Burp already, god damn. Ugh, there it is. Yeah, like CinemaSins, Channel Awesome. Those kinds of creators really shaped how my YouTube channel is going. Scott the Woz, he shaped my humor basically. He's like one of the just one of the funniest YouTubers out there. Check out Scott the Woz. It's honestly impressive how fast he's grown in just such a short span, and how much content he's made, and how his quality of content has grown in such a short amount of time. It's honestly amazing. Scott the Woz is one of the few success stories in YouTube, honestly, on this freaking platform. Yeah, just watching videos and just being like, I want to do that. I have a lot of stories I can tell, and I want to tell, and I can make something that has the potential to be better. Like, I think that's when the creative drive kind of started for me. In terms of motivation, that's when it gets tricky, because you will fall into creator's block at some point in your life. That's just how creating stuff works. Really just finding that reason to be motivated. And one of the reasons for me is just watching a lot of bad short films and stuff like that. Like, anything that is like, I can do this better, or I can make this better, I can take this in another direction, that'll motivate me any day. That was all the YouTube comments. There was only one. And the rest of these questions are coming from direct messages and just things people have texted to me. Do you plan to study film in college? Yes, I do. In fact, hold on. I was accepted to Columbia College Chicago. It was my second choice for film. Still waiting on Art Center. I submitted everything for that. I am so nervous, but at the same time, I have a really good backup plan. So that's the key to life, and this goes for anyone out there who has a defined path they want to achieve in life. You always have to have a backup plan, and a backup plan for that backup plan, because nothing is linear in life. There will always be curveballs that life will throw at you, and you just gotta learn to adjust. And this is my backup plan to Art Center, and that also doesn't mean that I'm giving up on Art Center, because I haven't heard anything from them yet, for one thing. And honestly, I wouldn't be upset if I ended up going here. So yeah, I got accepted here. It was great, really awesome. So yeah, that's a fun story. Do you have any advice for someone interested in studying film? I cannot read questions apparently. I would say just watch films. Just really expand your knowledge. Watch any video essays on YouTube. Carson Runquist, or however you say his name. I think he's a really good resource if you want to gain knowledge on any film topic. He does some really fun videos too, but I really recommend his video essays on certain films, because although I don't agree with some of the stuff he says, there are some things that I can learn from watching any video essay on YouTube. Just like watching reviews of bad and good films to really gain knowledge on how not to do something, how to do something. Just really expand your knowledge. Do your homework. And in terms of making films, just make them. As C.A. Cox 97 once said, everyone has thought of the greatest movie of all time at some point in their lives, but nobody has made it. And it's up to you to make it. That would be my biggest advice for anyone interested in film. I'm not an expert. I'm still learning. So take what I say with a grain of salt, because I'm not the best role model. I don't consider myself to be a role model, but if there anyone that is looking up to me, that would be my advice for now. Yeah. We're getting deep! What is your favorite project you've worked on? My documentary was pretty fun to work on. It was really fun to really interview all the members of the improv team and really kind of connect with them in that way. I think that might be my favorite project I've worked on. Probably the baking show shorts. They were like 15 minutes long. They were fun to film. We rushed some aspects of the filming process, but I think they really came out how I wanted them to. Those are some of my favorite projects I've worked on. Anything else, like all the other videos I've worked on in the past, like I've looked at some of my really early videos and I'm like, good God. Like I revisited some of my earlier videos and I'm like, I really just made whatever I wanted to make, didn't I? And you appreciate some of that stuff when you're older, kind of, but at the same time it's like, wow, I just wanted to make stuff. Who is your favorite director? About time I got this question. My favorite, I don't have a single favorite director. Mainly because the directors who have made my favorite films of all time haven't made many films. Like Damien Chazelle would be my favorite director of all time, but he's made like 3 things. I am excited for his newest film, Babylon, which I don't know, I know nothing about, but him directing a period piece, I feel like that's going to be fantastic. I don't think it has anything to do with music, but since his other films kind of tie into music a little bit, apart from First Man, we don't talk about First Man, like Whiplash and La La Land, like those are heavy on music. Whiplash is just my favorite film of all time. Update on my favorite films of all time. That's it. Whiplash. If you haven't seen Whiplash, do yourself a favor and watch it. Do not watch it alone, though. It's way more fun if you watch Whiplash for the first time with other people who haven't seen it. Edgar Wright for Baby Driver, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz. Yeah, those films. Those are the kind of films I want to make. Like action comedies, clever dialogue and just high stakes action. And then there's other directors like Quentin Tarantino and like Christopher Nolan, who I do follow. I just haven't seen everything that they've made, unlike the other two. Oh, here we go. When are you gonna make another baking show skit? I am a big fan of trilogies, so I think I like where it stands right now. If I were to make another one, it would be, because the whole lore is kind of a little all over the place, a little silly. It's just kind of one of those things I made during 2020 just because I just wanted to, and I wanted to make a sequel to Great Breakfast Baking Show and make it better, which I did with Bake Off, but it's kind of like my Make It Better trilogy, where I just made like all this better. My favorite of the trilogy would probably be It's tough. It's tough. A great Christmas baking show would probably be my favorite. Or a great Christmas baking story, sorry. These titles, oh my god. A great Christmas baking story would probably be my favorite. Mainly because, well, first of all, I'm biased with the Valentine's Scramble. But, you know, I just like how a baking story just kind of like, it just kind of culminated and came, it kind of like worked out the best out of all of them, honestly. The only thing that I would probably change about Baking Story would probably be the fact that the scene where I get hit with a pancake, that's a tortilla. Yeah, I just wish I had more time, more resources to make it the great thing that it could be. I am the most proud of a great Christmas baking story. So, yeah. Still waiting on Nerf Slayer 5. When's that coming out? When it's done. When are we gonna see Katie again? I don't know, whenever she wants to make a video. Whenever I need her for something that I want to make and I want her to be in it, she'll probably show up. I think the last video we saw her in was the improv documentary. She is on the improv team. She is very funny. And she also helped write some of the jokes for Great Christmas Baking Trilogy. Who knows? Maybe we'll see her in a gaming video. Don't know how that's gonna work, but maybe. Don't you worry. You will see more of Katie on this channel very, very soon. Not a question, but we need more Malia content. I agree. Yeah, Malia is undoubtedly the best part about Great Breakfast Bake Off and Christmas Story. Like, that was... She killed it. Stole the show. And finally, who is your greatest film inspiration? My lord. I don't know. My inspiration for film really can come from anywhere. Christopher Cox. That man really shaped the kind of director I am, where he really knows what he wants, and even though sometimes it doesn't work out, he can still produce the highest quality content that he can possibly make. So he really ignited my passion for film. This is gonna get deep, holy shit. Sure, there have been other films throughout the years that have really shaped my directing style and why I always want whatever the grandest outcome of this story can be. My top 10 films of all time, every single one of them has affected me in some way. And there are moments in every single one of those films that stick with me and that are going to stick with me for the rest of my life. That is why I feel film is the best, is the greatest art form, the ultimate art form. It's combining every element of creativity imaginable. There's writing, there is sound, there is music, there's visuals. Film is the most impactful art form and the most important, and it's really what we need now. So that's it for this Q&A. Oh man, we talked about a lot, and that's exactly what I wanted this video to be. So yeah, thank you everyone who asked questions. My next one will probably be in a year or two, because this one I answered a lot of questions, and it was fun. Thank you everyone who has asked questions and who has stuck with me since May 17th, 2017. It's amazing where I am right now and where it began. Sincerest thank you to everyone. Check out the Patreon if you haven't already. And yeah, that'll do it for this video. I love you all. Thank you. Bye.